Like,
Dick nipples!
Hey, welcome back to the stream tonight. We have a episode that we have all been anxiously awaiting, which is the Finryverse of Madness. But before we jump into the action, we have a couple of exciting announcements, including Maddie's camera just trying to end the stream for us.
It's got a mind of its own.
We have some cool stuff that we've been working on in our downtime. Not only our characters get downtime, we also get some benefit from that too. We have two things. Firstly, as a few of you might have noticed in the chat, we have a whole bunch of new icons. What are they called?
Emotes.
Those ones. Emoticons. I'm young. I'm hip. So we've got the gross milk, we've got the potions, we've got the nat 1 and nat 20s, we've got more raid and rage, and we've got the weapons, and we've got mimics and all sorts of stuff in there. So if that's something that you guys are keen for, jump in and the gross milk. If I look at it, that's all that it is. Just gross milk.
It's the best one.
It's the best one.
It is the best one. It is the best one.
It was our first meme.
It was good. It's kept us going. In times of struggle, we've had the gross milk to look forward to.
All courtesy of Bug Hop Designs over on Fiverr.
Ooh, go Bug Hop. Secondly, there are some of those that will be only, I believe, behind a tier 2 subscription. Unfortunately, we've just got too many cool icons, and we can only fit so many in the tier 1 sub. So for any of you that want the hooked pan and some of the others that I'm sure you'll discover, there is definitely some sitting behind that tier 2 sub. So if you want to, that's there for you to enjoy. We also have a new introduction, so we got a nice little vid. And Flammable Cat, just what a legend! Just keep it on the good work. There we will be showcasing our new introduction now. So you might have noticed we didn't have our nice normal video, so we thought we'd give a quick introduction to it, what's happening, and without further ado, we'll jump into the video to show what's been brewing behind the scenes.
Almost needs
that little nod there, very nice.
Almost needs to be hijacked, going a Finryverse story.
So yeah, nice little intro, I think. It sums up where we're at in the campaign and updates the characters a little bit. More dynamic.
That's hella.
Hopefully that's something that we can, I know I was pretty hyped, so let's hope we can carry some of that through tonight's session. But yeah, as we mentioned at the top, very special episode tonight, the Finryverse of Madness. So I think, Dan, we'll end with your character and who you're bringing to the table. I think we all know yours pretty well. So I'll start for who I can see the cameras first. Jez, would you like to tell us who you're bringing into the Finryverse tonight?
Absolutely, DM. So I am bringing Orly Pushakt, a Leonin bard, who is a vegetarian, so was kind of disowned from his family after his father was attacked by humans, and the rest of his family went on a vengeance quest, and are now infighting amongst themselves as to who takes over the pride, as it were. Fully wanted none of that, and left that life behind to seek a life of adventurer standing up on his own 2 feet. He does carry around with him a pet fish. Well, not really a pet, but like a stuffed fish that was a real fish, like a taxidermy fish, which he likes to pet at night.
Amazing. Second on our list tonight, Mark, who are you bringing to the table?
Finery of the Flat Top Mountains, who's a dwarven artillerist. A couple of mishaps of his own doing means that he's missing a leg and has a prosthetic arm.
I can't hear me.
Amazing.
And uses a walking stick
Oh, cool.
of
Cool.
sorts.
Is the walking stick attached to the dun arm? The cannon arm?
It is, yes.
Oh, nice. So it's
Oh,
all
no,
in
the
one
one-
multi-tool?
Yes. It is a multi-tool. It hides many a special function.
Fantastic. Nick, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Finrys or Mr. Pig. I am a barbarian hog folk. Don't make fun of me. I am a bit chubby, but you know. If it's not my great axe going to someone in his face, it's usually food going to my stomach.
Fantastic.
Fucking like the sound.
And Maddie, as you're sort of switching cameras on and off, would you like to tell us who you're bringing to the table tonight?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if you can hear me.
We can hear
I
you.
Yeah, we
hear
can hear
anyone
you.
now.
We can hear
Excuse
you.
me.
It would not be a Finryverse episode without some chaos at the start here. So, par for the course. So that we can get started, I'm going to jump into the introduction of tonight's episode. A little narration for us to set
Well, you know
the
what?
scene.
What is this shit?
So perfect already. This is everything I could have hoped for and more. Okay, I gotta somehow find a serious space for me to narrate in. Okay. Ding, ding, ding. Each of you find yourself fast asleep on a normal night, sleeping in a normal bed, a normal roof over your heads, and living on a normal planet. Ding, ding, ding. Echoing through your minds amidst dreams of food and chaotic adventures is a distracting sound of ding, ding, ding. Pulled annoyingly from your vivid dreams, you find yourselves in what looks to be a classy audience hall filled with rows of seats, chairs, a few books lying around, almost like a classroom. At the front of the room, you see a man. And as you look beyond them, you cannot seem to see much further into the distance, covered in this dream-like fogginess. The man at the front of the room stands up, an elephant trunk holding a piece of parchment to his eyes. You hear him clear his throat. His voice carries across the room with a familiar tone and cadence. Good evening, my fellow Finrys. Do not be alarmed at finding yourselves here. We are a collective of the most powerful Finrys across all of the dimensions. Now, I'm sure you have lots of questions, but I can assure you the reason we have brought you here is of the utmost importance to all of Finry kind. Sorry, I'm just going to switch my parchment. He pulls out another one from the table. You have all been selected to undergo a mission filled with grave danger. Each of you were chosen because of your unique prowess and cunning, a trait we all share, might I add. Unfortunately, one of our members was uncovered and has uncovered a forbidden truth and has begun killing Finrys in masses across all realities. We only have enough power to send the 5 of you after him. Your mission will be to track down this handsome, clever, an undeniably sexy traitor and stop his plans in its tracks. We have received Fintelligence that tonight may be the last night left to stop them. If our understanding is correct, you will have 3 chances to stop him as he enters the last realities he needs. We will send you to him, but after that, you're all on your own. Oh, and one last thing, by the way. If you do die in the dream, you die in real life. So, no pressure. And as always, as we of the council like to say, Finrys are flirty, fabulous, and forthright. May your Finryness overcome all that stands in your way. Now, you have about, and he picks up a stopwatch, 29 seconds to ask questions before you're all whisked away. Who's first?
Me.
Sorry, one at a time.
Sorry, I missed that. What did you say?
Sorry, there was 3 of you.
I guess the small
25
fellow in the
seconds.
middle.
Oh shit. Okay.
Get breakfast, dear. I get horrible indigestion if I don't have a piece of toast before I get going.
As you speak, a piece of toast materializes in front of your eyes.
I'm sorry. I had it.
Can I smash that?
I will smack you.
I had a very serious question, but now I'm very interested in the old lady. Why is she one of the people who is going to help us? No offense, little old lady. If you want more toast, I can make you some. I am a cook, but what?
My notes only say that you 5 are the chosen ones. I do not speak much of the rest of fate, but she must bring with her some real Finryness.
It's not working.
Like that,
Oh.
precisely.
Okay, wait. Who are we facing? What? Who? What? Where?
Time's
what are
out.
they? What?
I'm so sorry.
What is
Good
going
luck
on?
out
Oh, shit,
there. And you find yourselves completely blinded again as the space around you goes dark, and suddenly you feel a warm draft come through the space. You feel the prick of sun hitting your back in the scorch of the middle of the day. As you look around, you're no longer in the space that you left, but instead you find yourselves in this space, and I don't know if you can see it or not.
I can see it.
You can see it, a desert ruin that stands now before you. All around you, the desert stretches for miles. But here, you have been dropped in the middle of this space.
As we come to, Foley sort of looks around at these strange companions he's never met before, and just, who are you all? What just happened?
I'm Finry.
Fine hair.
Fine hair. Foley.
Sorry, little old lady. What was your name?
I think she's
Well,
got hearing issues or something.
Turns up the hearing aids.
So I'm not
Oh.
hearing all people all of the time, so I'm gonna have to come off the iPad and try and go back over to the computer. So
Cool.
I'm having the technical difficulties. tonight.
I will manage the senile old lady in the meantime.
Oh, I think she has her hearing aid
Oh,
off.
sorry,
I don't think
what
she
was that?
Shh. Sorry, what was your name?
Henry,
Okay.
are you
Right,
my grandson?
Sure, let's go with that.
Tell me how to fix the audio.
And she looks up at you, Foley. You're a bit hairy to be my grandson.
Yeah, no, I've never seen any of you before. What? Certainly not your grandson, ma'am.
The only thing
could
that
be.
I know about. Well, I don't know if you guys have experienced it. The only thing I've ever really experienced is dreams of a different life where I'm a halfling and I run around and I'm an asshole, more so than I am now. But that's
Oh.
about it.
That's strange. Finry, was it?
Yes.
I too have had dreams of being in a different body. It looked remarkably like what you're in right now.
I too have had dreams of being an asshole.
And I am an asshole.
Beat me to it. So am I.
Oh, well, aren't we all birds of a feather then?
So,
Would you like some toast?
Yeah, that's certainly. You offering?
And again, toast materializes
Oh.
in front of you.
If you guys don't mind, like before we get going, I don't exactly know where we're supposed to go next, but I had these tasty treats I could make up for us that might be able to help us in our adventure.
Would that be something a little tastier than the dry toast the old lady is offering?
Yeah, no, these are fish balls.
Oh, well, I appreciate your offer, but not for me, thank you.
Well, they can help you.
I'm a vegetarian, you see.
You're with those teeth. With those fucking
yes.
teeth, you're a vegetarian.
Yes, you see, it's what really, I think, got me here in the first place. But, yeah.
Can I ask, what's with the fish? Are you gonna eat that?
No, you can't touch fingers. This is my magic fish.
Fingers.
He named it.
Fingers. And he's magic.
This is how I perform.
Oh.
And out of the blue, like you see him sort of flick his hand, and the fish starts dancing on its own. You see,
Oh, sing.
fingers dances, and he grabs him out of the. I grab him out of the air and just give him a lick, and put him back in my pocket.
Oh, that was very beautiful.
What? Thank you very much. It's taken me a long time to perfect the dancing fish. But young quiet, sir, with the large artillery attached. What's your story? What brings you here, and do you know why we're here?
No fucking clue.
Hmm.
But there's something that must be coming to all of us.
Where's that rabbit going?
Oh yeah, no. When Finry heard that no one wanted to eat his fish balls, he's just like, okay, well, I'm going to wander over here because he's a Finry, and that's what Finrys do.
What was that smart-looking chap at the last room we were just in talking about? Does anybody know what he's talking about? What is this?
Don't know, I fell asleep.
He called us all Finrys. I just shout over my shoulder.
That's
Did any of you sort of see the pharaoh-looking person? Was that one of us, or what's the situation here?
Pharaoh-looking person? What?
Oh.
Hi.
You see
Fine, here.
over the side of the stone, you see this sort of mummy-like creature who's slowly just dragging itself very, very slowly towards you all.
Oh, fuck, Imhotep!
What's an emotep?
I've got this.
Does anyone agree that thing doesn't look...
Cat person, go!
Alive?
I don't know how this works. Cat person, go!
You
They're
hear
scared of you.
Emanating from the creature as it sort of slowly sloughs itself one step closer.
Maybe it likes cats.
I just shout back at it. That's really insensitive. I don't know who you're trying to pretend you are, but that's really insensitive.
The old lady, she... I thought we were supposed to be the only assholes.
There's always another asshole. You should know that, Henry.
It's always a bigger asshole.
There's always a big ass.
The truth of the Finryverse.
I get within 10 feet of it. I say, excuse me, good sir. Do you know where we might be?
I get back from that lion Finry.
That's Forley.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm going. Can I just rush up to it, like around the back of it, and just like as I go past, just whack it on the head?
All right, let's get into some combat, shall we?
Let's do it.
Please roll for initiative.
Oh, I haven't done initiative for so long.
Nice.
Where is my initiative? Oh, it is my initiative.
I'm sorry,
18 for
dears. I
initiative.
kind of zonked out there. I don't know what happened.
She
Nana's
has a
back.
hearing aid working again.
Oh my god, thanks for the
Yes,
sub,
that.
Cat.
What's he hearing?
Where are we?
Oh, yes. So
What's going on?
that thing in the bandage is bad. I'm pretty sure it's bad.
Can we hear
All
it?
right. Axe. Okay.
Is it time for my
Kill it.
axe?
I can
Yeah, I say it's
cast
axe
axe.
o'clock.
That's fine. Very good.
It just grew.
Did it suddenly just
Yeah,
get
as you guys are like, as you donk it on the back of his head, you notice that whatever was keeping it contained dislodges and it grows, it doubles in size.
Oh shit!
I hit the big switch. Find the small switch.
Ah, Finrys, you clown!
Can we get, Maddie, your initiative in the thing? There's Henry.
I just rolled a
Nice.
6.
Awesome. So, Finry Flathop, as you donk him, you get another chance. You jump to the mummy. What are you doing?
I'm gonna scoot around the back side of it, so it can't see me, and I'm gonna look for the small switch, and I'm gonna get that hook, and I'm just gonna up under the legs and just drag it back.
Awesome. Go ahead and make an attack roll to see if you hit.
Do I have advantage on this roll because I'm flanking?
You absolutely do.
Hell to the fuck yeah.
That's one way to say it. Yep.
Oh my god, it's been so long. Okay, I'm gonna go attack with advantage. 23 to hit.
23 to hit does hit.
Awesome. Damage. Regular, and then so regular 6 points of damage, and then sneak attack, which at level 5 is an amount that I can find if I draw this out a lot and I have a chance to read. Class feature, sneak attack, 3d6.
3d6. Let's see them damages.
9, so all up, that's 15 points of damage from scrotum, all up the gooch to the butt crack.
Yep. That's that for sure. Can we get then? I think they're going to make a save against your Finryness.
Against my Finryness.
How we go.
Roll for Finry.
I think with a 13, they're going to fail as your hook grabs onto their sort of wrapped mummy sort of body and begins to unravel them as you pull them down, and they seem to be constricted. As it begins to fall and it falls on the ground, you see its head turn completely 180 degrees to now look directly at you. As with a reaction, it's going to summon these wraps from the ground itself as they come and try and hold you down. Can you make a dexterity saving throw, please, Finry Flathop?
Yeah, and as I do, there's just a couple of pellets on the ground behind me. 16.
With the 16, you save. As the wraps begin to jump at you, you with your nimble hair folk reflexes jump out of the way quickly and nimbly as this creature, now lying on the ground prone, attempts to bring you down. It is going to then pass over to Finrys, if you would like to take your turn.
Seeing him attack, I will join it, and I will rush up and just come down on top of it with my great axe.
Nice. Let's see that action.
25 to hit.
Hits. Let's see the damage.
That's a solid 12 slashing damage.
As you jump, you see this large hog get some serious airtime as it launches
Surprisingly.
itself across the space, axe swinging wildly in the air, a barbarian frenzy just waiting to meet its victim. As your axe, just with a sudden crunch, hits this body, the bones of which are not living up to the undead name, you're able to quickly take out a huge chunk of its health as you again just helicopter into this thing with your axe. Next up, as you all lay into this creature, you see with a large sand billows out of every fold of this mummy as it begins to swirl around the area. You all that are in its immediate vicinity, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
A con save. Ooh, 8.
Nice,
Ooh.
nice.
7.
And then a 20 from Finhair, very good. You all feel buffeted. Finhair, your stature and your largesse means that
Sand.
gravity is often on your side. The other two, though, a little bit more nimble and refined, find themselves blown away and knocked back 10 feet from this space. And they take, let's see, damages here, 9 points of bludgeoning damage as they
9 points.
9 points.
And is that the sound that it makes when it gets us?
Yeah, it does. It's pretty modern, actually. It's got a Nokia sort of built into it. It's pretty sweet.
A Nokia? This thing's going to be a bitch
It's
to kill.
indestructible. And what is it? Finhair, you take half that, so rounded down to 4 points of damage.
And we're pushed 10 feet back?
You are, yes.
Oh,
Okay,
me as well,
so-
yeah?
Yes.
You say 10 points.
No, 9 points.
No.
I just sneeze. Sure.
And as you look through the sand now swirling in front of you, Finhair, you see the face of this mummy come out at you, and its teeth
Ugly.
attempt to latch onto your hog-like flesh. It is going to make an 18 to hit. Does that hit?
Yes.
With an 18, it's going to try and take a little nibble, little snack. Let's see if it hits. That is a 5 points of piercing damage as its moldy teeth latch onto you. And you can feel it trying to break the skin as this mummy creature holds onto you with a lifetime of wrath being distilled against you. Forley, you've just been pushed back, blasted beyond this area. The creature now emerges again from the sand, its teeth locked in Finhair. What do you do?
I sort of get my footing. I'm like, oh, it was really uncalled for. And can I tell whether this guy is wearing a metal headdress?
It does look quite nice. There's some luster that may have been lost, but there's a chance that it could be metal.
Okay. I quickly rummage around in my coat pockets and pull out a little bit of iron, just like mumbling to myself, and really uncalled for. And I cast heat metal on its head.
Nice. As you do so, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Game of Thrones and the Dothraki pouring the gold over the head of the so-called king. But a little bit of that happens as you see this mummy, its headdress starting to melt over itself as it begins to tear through all of the wrapping, and you hear another as it roars in anger. Roll 2d8 points of damage for your heat metal.
12.
12, very nice. With fury and absolute madness now being caused by this, you see it again swirl into a tornado as the sand starts to pick up and fly. And as that spins, the molten metal also launches out of its body as it relinquishes itself of the metal pieces. Can you probably only you Finhair? Can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Was that you just trying to figure out like which Finry?
Yes, absolutely. With an 11, unfortunately, you do still get blasted by some of the residual metal as you take 4 points of fire damage.
Just but a scratch.
As you do so, though, you do see at the center of the swirling mass as this thing begins to tornado away. You think you can make a shot at it as it tries to get away from you in the moment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Take this, asshole. 15 to hit?
The 15 does not hit as its sandy body swirls away from your axe. You see it begin to swirl into the rest of the area, up to the podium in the center of the space.
I must be hungry.
It's probably because you went for his gooch deer without asking him on a date first.
You hear the mummy go, "Ugh." Next, we have Finery of the Flat Top Mountains.
Where I'm from, you put dead things down with a hole in the head. Where's he gone? Oh, shit, he moved. So I'll scooch up to where I can see, and I will hobble up using my crutch, and with my wooden leg, it's a little bit slow going, but we get there. And then I flick up the crutch and prime it and raise it up and shoot a blast at him.
Hell yeah, let's see how you go.
Roll for laser pistol. And I might, because we're aiming for the head, turn it into a sharpshooter shot.
Nice.
Yep.
Let's see this action. It hits.
So that's a -5 to hit.
So is that minus the number that you rolled?
It'd be -5 off the top of that.
Okay,
so
it does not hit.
12.
No, it does not.
Bugger. That's me spent.
Excellent. As you blast, this thing opens up its sandy, like a sandy hole in its body, and your shot goes straight through it. As it turns to you, and the face of this mummy, then now in the sand tornado, gazes at you as you see its focus turn directly at you.
That's just cheating.
It takes its swirling sand, and you see it extend its arms out as this thing now becomes this large body of sand, and it strikes out, piercing a shot of sand directly at you. It's going to make a ranged attack roll. A 16 to hit.
Oh, it hits.
And it's going to come down with a 6 points of piercing damage as the sand just stabs you from a distance.
I hate sand.
It's rough and
It gets everywhere and it's irritating.
Next up in our
Particularly on the stump.
order, we have Henry.
That would be me. Right, so we're murdering him, right? Yes.
Yes, please.
1,
Yes.
2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 to there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, all right, dear. Now you've been a very naughty boy, and naughty boys have to be punished. And we could do this the fun way or the hard way. I don't know, like, he went for your gooch before, he didn't really seem to care for that, so I guess it's the axe way then. Okay, just stand still, don't move too much, dear. Oh wait, I double moved, I can't do anything anyway. I'm just here, I'm just gonna smack talk you a little bit. Close? Would you
Nana's-
No?
Nana's
No,
just-
all right, I'm just gonna stand here because I forgot that I double moved and couldn't do anything afterwards. Carry on.
So good,
Nana's
so good,
just
so good.
disappointment.
Amazing. As you approach this creature, and you all are sort of taking it on to begin with, you notice that the sun goes dim for a moment, and as you all gaze up into the sky, you see a large creature gliding across the sun's path to you all. It casts a shadow over this whole area. You see the mummy look up as well, turning back into its sort of like more human form as it begins to run in the opposite direction of the flying form as this mummy runs away. Feel free to take your
It's running from Nana.
feel free to take your attack of opportunity, Henry.
I'm gonna get you, bitch. Excuse me. Just have to find my attacks.
Starting to see another side.
Fuck.
You got like
That's the
a
one.
knitted
Okay.
handbag, and you're just like, nope, not that one.
Oh,
I'm just
fuck.
imagining her just like whacking
damn
people
you.
with the handbag.
Yeah, I'm pretty much imagining Monty Python
It's
bad
not-
grannies.
Can we
Oh man.
when you get a chance, DM, flash up the character art for the granny if you can.
Oh, I probably can.
It's just amazing.
Did that come across?
Great.
No. Oh wait, no. There you go.
Oh, there we go. 6.
Roll.
No, did it hit? It didn't hit.
11.
Ugh, it did. I rolled it like a million times, like I always do.
It's good,
Yay!
it's fine. We'll take
11.
the first one. It's okay.
One of those. It's one of those.
11
Did I
does
do
not
it right?
hit.
Did I
Does
do
not
it right?
I can't actually
Now
flash it
get
up.
back here! You're sprightly for an undead bugger.
And you swear that in the moment, as this thing roars in another sort of monstrous way, you pick out some form of warning, as if its roar was a run. As you
Well,
hear
duck and roll then.
woof, 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 as sand billows all around you, as the thing that flies above you begins to descend with a pace unmatched by most predatory birds.
Maybe it's another Finry.
I'm gonna duck and cover.
As it
There's no way a Finry could be that awesome.
as it lands, it's going to quickly take a moment to grow in size.
Oh,
It's alright. Some people do need a pill for that.
Ah!
It takes it. It does take it. As this ginormous creature lands in front of you, a beast with wings twice its span and a horned head with teeth that seem to speak of a lifetime of hunting. It rushes down towards the mummy in front of you all. You see the mummy now, fear in its eyes, as the claws of this creature slash across its body. As it destroys every piece of it, you wait and watch this fight of a primeval being. And the moment that the pharaoh hits the ground and crumbles to dust, you all feel yourselves refreshed, healed of your wounds. You feel stronger. You feel more you than you have since getting to this place. The creature looks over to you all now, looking down at you, Henry, next to it. A voice echoing in your heads. It seems the council has decided to meddle in affairs beyond their understanding.
I mean, if you're a pudding, I suppose we could meddle a little.
You
I'm
shall
part of a
not
council.
stand in my way, children.
Can I shoot it with my short bow?
You
I
sure
thought I
can
was
try.
hiding in these rocks. No.
Hey, I don't know about you, but have you tried, I assume you're the one that they warned us about. Have you tried not being a dick? 12.
Does not hit.
So.
Have you ever found a time in your life, Finry, that you did not feel like being a massive dick?
No, it's like generally like all I think about, and it's like literally all I pretty much do. But there's that whole other thing where we have a side thing where we meet people and we learn how not to be a dick. Have you tried that?
I have always found that the only one you can rely on is yourself.
Nope,
That's pretty
definitely
sad,
That
assholes.
must be very sad for you at night time.
I am
my
not
dear.
sad. I am fulfilled. I am
think-
Finrys. I will not
I-
be talked down to.
Have
I
you
think
heard
you
of
need to
the
You
hug
must
it.
have a wonderful drawer of tricks there.
I will destroy you all and gain your power for myself, puny
Would you like a hug?
mortals.
Would you
And,
like a hug? Come on,
You
bring it
all
in.
just
Come on.
feel this roar of just fire wash over all of you, and in that moment you hear ding, 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 and the fire just seems to dissipate as if a bubble covers you all against this ferocity of this creature.
It's
And
called plot armor.
he looks at you.
He sounds
You
very
dare
depressed.
use that forbidden magic against me?
Just disappear. I'm just like, eh.
No matter. I have but 2 more of these inferior Finrys to slay. This Finry was not a match for my prowess.
Henry.
Oh dear.
I shall return to another dimension, and you shall not find me there again. And you hear the sound
Okay.
of the wings flapping. Woof, woof, woof.
Have you heard of Assholes Anonymous?
And he flies into the
To be
distance,
fair.
and like Team Rocket blinks as the sky twinkles as he escapes into the sky.
I come running up next to
To be fair,
Finn
he was
Hair.
already dead.
What?
Right.
It was, yes. No, technically, he was already dead. Oh, sorry, got a bit scared there.
Wait. When you get alongside me, you just see me chewing on like a pack of chips. Sorry, I get hungry in the moment.
Oh, and by the way, Henry, for some reason or another, your character has the power in this dreamscape to summon Toast on command.
No.
Oh, lovely.
Excellent.
It's just the side effect
Would you
of
guys get
your
some
initial
toast?
request.
I bet you it's got. Has it got marmalade on it?
It depends
The
on how
most
the summer.
obnoxious of spreads. Hot buttered toast.
So
How
let me
far- What makes a piece of toast a toast? Is it something that's toasted? Could you get a crumpet? Because you get a toasted crumpet. Therefore, is it toasted toast or toasted crumpet? Could you do a muffin?
Finry, somebody stop that woman.
What about flap?
As
Stop her.
she
Talking
talks,
about food, I love foods.
as she discusses this,
Just
food is falling from the sky, and like everything that she's like dreaming up is just dropping to the floor next to you all.
As I said, you aim to put a hole in the head. Deep breath.
Okay. So what if Henry? What if you just imagine a crumpet in Finrys's head? Because he wouldn't be able to function because he's not supposed to have a crumpet in his head.
Which one was that, dear?
The big
Yes.
dragon dude. The big dragon. The big
Oh!
mean dragon dude.
Oh, you mean the
I don't know
asshole?
if there's a distance.
Yeah. Imagine.
What if we
there's a
imagined that he
crumpet in
had
his-
this massive, not in his head, but in his belly, and then when he did too much
Okay,
strenuous
I'm
exercise,
happy you
he
said
did-
belly. I was a bit worried where you were going there.
Oh, you meant butthole. Do you want me to load up his colon, dear?
Oh, actually, yes, that could actually
From
work. It would weigh him down. It would weigh him down, and then he couldn't fly, and then we could get him.
And the hemorrhoids. The hemorrhoids would
Oh,
definitely
God.
get him.
As you're all deliberating, you hear ding, ding, ding.
I run
As,
over and loot the pharaoh.
It's time for lunch.
You find in the pharaoh several pieces of gold that seem to have melded into flesh and the bindings. They've melted together. There is about 10 gold's worth amongst the corpse that has been sort of survived from the fight with the dragon.
Fantastic. Sort of grab it, chuck it in the air, and pocket it.
It smells like trash.
Well, I don't smell much better, so it's fine. Did anybody see which way that asshole went? Because I feel like up
Which asshole?
I just
The-
point up.
the large asshole.
The one
That
filled
way.
with crumpets in his rectum.
Yeah, no, yeah. I have a feeling, that's definitely the person that we're supposed to be stopping. Maybe we shouldn't attack the first thing that we see. I don't know why you
Well,
did that.
no.
Do we follow the crumbs?
Foulay, I don't know why you attacked it first. You
mm,
follow the, follow the, that's a good idea, Mr. Pig.
I'm more just hungry, but
Should we bury the Finry? Should we afford him a burial?
I'm not sure if we have the time for that. I'd much rather
I'll-
just.
I'll make time at some
Okay,
point.
I
I'm
will-
gonna walk over and take the skull of the mummy and just put it in my bag.
Nice. You
I'm
now
going to
own
imagine him covered in.
a Finry skull.
Funerary skull.
And
I'm-
yeah,
I'm-
you
I'm
dome
going-
you dome the rest of the body in a tomb made out of toast.
Yes, that.
A toast tomb.
A toasty tomb.
Wow.
Yes.
While
eat
in
it?
that area, can I have a look at where the large asshole landed for any kind of prints, anything he dropped, anything which is provide any kind of indication of what might happen, where he might be heading to next, what fell out of his pockets.
What size shoe does he wear?
Exactly.
crumbs.
How
Um,
big really is his asshole?
You only see the claw marks of the dragon itself and what it did to this body, but it's the sound of the ringing again that gives you a start as you realize that there is an energy that is nearby that seems to be pulling you all towards it, and it's an energy that seems to carry with it a sound, and this sound in particular sounds like a lake shore, the water lapping against the side of the bed, as it seems rather peaceful, for lack of a better word.
I was going to say, it sounds like we're in an Uncharted video game where there's an audio clue nearby.
But as you gaze towards it, you notice a green-looking pool of energy that seems to be swirling around.
I can.
Furley, you seem to be the more, somewhat more competent, and you know,
He's a competent
he
asshole.
seems to, he's a very competent asshole. Yes, he is. Very good, Mr. Pig. Here, have a fistball.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
But I think we should continue following, and maybe, as I said, don't attack the first thing that we see. Maybe scope out the place, wait for, you know, Mr. Big Bad Evil Person who definitely can't be a Finry, because Finrys aren't like that.
But you attacked that thing first.
Yeah, I go and grab the bunny asshole. Not grab him, but get him sort of
Oh,
around his
Jesus!
shoulders. Not his bunny's asshole. The asshole that is the bunny.
This is all
Around
very
it, like-
close and personal now, isn't it?
And just sort of come with me, Finry. And I want to head off towards wherever that sound is coming from. And say, it seems like if we are all Finrys, you're giving us all the asshole name. Take ownership of what
Well-
you do. Fucking asshole.
Therefore, we're all surrounded
Well,
by
no,
assholes.
it's literally not me. It's just when I believe the way it works is when we're presented with two options, we majority of the time will take the most assholish option, unless we form bonds of friendship, which obviously the big dragon asshole didn't ever have. So I think if we, can become, friends with one another, we can have a big fin fest of love. We can, all get along and maybe not try and fuck each other over.
Are you saying be
No,
like
just-
family?
Hold on.
Holding on. What are we holding on for?
Holding on. What are we holding?
I was just
I'm
like,
waiting, but I'm
there's
getting
so many
hungry, man.
confusing
I think
pieces.
she was thinking of toast.
No.
Can you think of
No,
toast whilst you do this?
She's falling asleep.
On the platonic kind of scale, are we going like orgy or like casual backpats?
Hey, I'm game if you are. No.
Please, no fan art of that.
Thank you, Loki, for walking so that we could run.
But yeah, no, but like, if we, look out for one another and stuff, maybe then before we jump into action, we talk about things and not just follow our gut, because our gut usually seems to be wrong on most things. I think we might be able to, not die and not completely fuck up whatever we're supposed to be doing.
Form a family of formidable Finrys.
Oh, alliteration. I fucking love it.
Fucking love it.
Alright.
The green glowing portal of energy seems to be sputtering out as you discuss your familial bonds.
In which direction is this portal of energy?
Let's say it's over here in the north.
It grows a
between
little-
the two
Definitely
pillars.
south.
It glows a little bit more insistently.
Is it just me, or
assholes away.
is it just me, or does this green glow look like it's puckering a little bit?
Oh my god.
Really,
I feel like
get
I've
the
been
axe
picked
out
up
and dive through it.
and guided on rails.
All right, let's do this. I'll go after Henry, and I'll go through the green asshole.
This is
Amazing.
a warped Disneyland ride. We're done with this scene now.
You find yourselves standing at a river crossing where the river and the lake all sit on a beautiful lake side. We get all of the Finrys into the mix. Finery, and we're missing the fin hair. There we go. The five of you stare across at a man dressed in gold and red finery, standing around him. Around him,
Finery, Henry.
the corpses of several other men that have been laid to waste that seem to be dressed in a similar manner to himself.
Hello.
Are you
He looks-
friend, foe, or Finry?
Hey,
He looks at you and you can see in his face a look of determination. And he says, "You have come to me after slaying my friends."
We haven't
no,
slain
that wasn't
anyone.
us. We are very incompetent. We have not slain anyone.
I was told that it was a Finry that did this to my friends. Are you
It was definitely
not
that one.
all a Finry?
No, it was probably the big one with the wings and the scales and the fire breathing, and we don't like that very much. We're going to stop him.
Make a persuasion check. You're the one that made the claim that it wasn't you. Let's see it in action.
It was definitely
it-
Finry.
It was
Do I
definitely.
get advantage for
Hey,
helping?
Finley.
For people helping?
Nah, I'm giving you straight. Like he's pretty
Alright,
fucking pissed.
14. That's a 14.
He looks at you. I cannot take any chances. Today, I will have my revenge. For my name is Finry the Firefister, and I have reigned upon this mortal plane and found excellence in only my people. And yet now I am alone.
Have you thought about Fire Fist Finry? It sounds a little bit better and less aggressive and less fistery.
Now you take even my name in vain. You shall die for your insolence.
What about some toast, dear? Maybe you'd feel a bit better if you were less hungry.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
I will
Who
attempt to
doesn't love
do
toast?
Yeah, give him the toast. Give him the toast.
Yes, fist him with toast. Fist him with toast.
What? No, I don't want to fist him with toast. What?
Ooh. Just the burnt bits.
He looks at you now, a piece of toast protruding from your outstretched hand, his axe in one, and you hear the grumble of his stomach over
It's nummy, nummy, nummy.
the sound of the battle.
Turns out it's not his stomach, it's mine.
And it's probably both of yours, and because they're like the same stomach, like it's I think it's canon now that all Finrys share a joint stomach. It's sort of part of their
Why we
canon.
eat so much.
That
Why
makes
does one of us
sense.
isn't cool? It's just because he eats so much.
Yeah, you see him approach, and he looks over to you, and he says, "You remind me of my adventuring group that I have found here. What is your name?"
I'm Henry, dear. Pleasure to meet you.
You may sit down if you would like and share.
I would
In my
love
fire.
that.
I shall
It has
hear
been a day.
what it is you all have to say.
Hmm.
And
Alright.
he invites
That's
you
what the
over.
asshole
Pretty well.
guys.
Never let it be said that the Firefister was not accommodating.
Well, thank you for
There's
your.
plenty more toast where that came from.
Would you like some more food as well? I can cook. I have pretty much the ingredients. Have you ever had a French toast before? I have some eggs.
I do not know what French is, but I'm sure it is delicious.
It's a realm of the Fae, but it's pretty good. Here, and I'll start making some French toast for everyone. And I would say every now and then I'll turn to Henry and I'm like, "Hey, can I have some toast?"
He looks at you all and he sits down heavily on his wooden stump. And you see his helmet come off, and underneath the hidden sort of mask, you see in his eyes have streaks of tears that have fallen down his cheeks as he rests his helmet on his knee. And he says, "Who could have done such a thing to us? What is it that caused such destruction?"
Well, I
Flappy
think he
Bird.
called himself Finrys. He looked like, I think,
Flappy Bird.
a dragon, like a dragon. He seemed kind of lonely though, very lonely. Like he's never had an adventuring party like yourself, or like he's just all he wants is power. Which, as Finrys, I think we can all know that power can be very alluring.
But family is stronger.
Family is stronger, just like
Family
my
is as
great mentor Dominic Toretto always taught me.
No, you it cannot be. You have a Dominic Toretto as well?
Yeah, what you did? Oh my! Like shaved head?
Yes, tall,
Oh, Jim, white shirt, blue jeans.
drives
Watch that
wagons
really, really
like
fast.
there's no tomorrow.
He lives his life a quarter mile at a time.
We have a completely different system. We're metric here, but
And
that's
Roman
Oh,
yeah, I
shit,
get
okay.
it.
Corona.
Wow, I feel like you must all be my people.
Well, all Finrys are
People.
Finrys at all times, so we are ourselves and we are people. So
How then
yeah.
do we reconcile that one of our number, by the sounds of things, threatens all of our lives?
Well, we're all assholes.
Hmm.
Just some are
Hakuna Matata.
little bit more assholish than others.
Well, if
That
you
one
can't-
is a
Probably just
particularly
needs
big
the
one.
hemorrhoid cream to soothe the pain of what's ailing him.
yeah, the hemorrhoid cream in this instance being, family
Love.
or love. Exactly. We will love the asshole.
Hmm.
I
think-
appreciate your analogies. They really resonate with me on a personal level in a way that I've never really been able to get much appreciation from other people. I feel like I'm finally understood.
So, but if all worst comes to worst, we may actually have to, kill him. Which I don't know about you, but I that's kind of weird. Killing one of ourselves.
Finry, he has killed my friends.
He's already killed Finrys.
Yes, by that account, he's already done the worst possible crime, I guess, to us is murdering ourselves.
He killed Finrahep.
Oh, that's such a better name. God damn it. Okay, it's Finrahep now. Well done. Well done. Inspiration goes to you, Mark. That was beautiful. Yes.
We were sent here to stop him. We were told we have 3 chances. We failed once. Obviously, this is the second chance. I don't know where the music is coming from, but it makes this sound really epic. And I really had no point to this speech when I started it. But I feel like I have to make a point. Okay, and if we don't succeed now, when will we? Together, we can do this. Together, we are Finry.
Furley finds himself standing up.
Like, he rips his helmet off, throws it on the ground. And he's like, "Yeah!" And you see the sky again blot out as the sound of the wings clapping begins to descend upon you all again. And you see him yell out, "We are Finry!" And he starts charging towards the dragon that now descends upon this space.
Wait.
Can I stealth behind him to try and help him?
Sure. Let's put you all into the play. Finrys begins to descend onto the ground level. Let's get their token positioned again, nice and big. And bam, we got that one there. We have Finry the Firefister rushing forward, and the rest of you trailing behind as they rush towards them with this burst of enthusiasm for life and for defeating this monster. Let's get everybody rolling some initiative, please.
All right. Does my stealth happen before or after?
You know how to stealth pretty easily. It's how you've survived the Feywild. You can slip in and out of that pretty naturally.
All right. Well, 24 for initiative, and I got a 25 for my stealth check.
Not bad at all. Let's make sure we have Finry in there as well. Roll. Nice. So to begin with, Finry Flathop, as you hop in behind your now inspired colleague, charging towards this open-mouthed dragon heading towards you. What do you do?
I'm going to spin out, look up at Finrys the Fangry, and I'm going to be like, "Wait, we could be friends! Have you tried my fish balls?" And I'm going to throw a fish ball into his mouth.
And you go and make an attack. See if you hit the targeting of your fish ball.
Do I have advantage because I was stealthed?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. He's also pretty focused on this other one. Oh, yep, that'll do it.
Nat 20?
It's a natural 20. Yeah, you hit that ball right square down in his mouth. So what are you trying to do with the ball?
I'm trying to make him think of those times in his life when, as brief as they were, he had friends or he had other people who he could talk to and, like, confide in, and realize that life is better when you don't shoulder everything alone, because nobody wants to be Batman, because Batman's a fucking awful superhero.
You throw this ball into its mouth, and suddenly the with a natural 20, the space around you goes dark. You find yourselves looking through the eyes of Finry the Fangry, and yes, that was correct, Operative Peanut. It is Finry the Fangry that you're looking through it, and you see a pretty looking dragon strut towards you as Finrys looks upon the majesty of his dragonly wife, and you see his teeth in a smile reflected in her eyes as you watch as a lifetime flashes by and the memory slowly fades into her dying in his embrace, his wings wrapped around her. You feel at the same time, you sense the taste of fish balls that wrap him in a memory of the times that she would be there with him, and they went to the local noodle shop and had draconic fish balls together and shared such sweet, tender moments. And it is only the sharp pain of a spear that draws him out of this path down memory lane, as you see the Fire Fister Spartan throw the spear right at Finrys and stabbing Finrys right in the chest as Finrys just crashes into the ground mid-dream. And can you please make a dexterity saving throw, Finry Flathop?
Oh god.
As this dragon just cannonballs directly at you.
12.
You are bowled straight over by the.
Can I use evasion to take half damage?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, that was something else. That was beautiful. God damn. Okay.
That was really good, and I was so absorbed in that, and I didn't expect it to end like that.
Chaos, baby. We're in Finryverse now.
We're in Finryverse.
Let us do some damage. You take a total of 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you get bowled by this thing. The Fire Fister jumps over, grabbing onto its spear as it rides this thing down into the furrow of the earth that is now created behind him.
With the uncanny dodge, so that's half, so that's 5?
Yes, half damage.
Okay.
As he now stands atop the prone form of Finrys. And next up, we have Finhair. Fahog? Mr. Pig.
You call me Mr. Pig if you want.
Thank you for the minor blessing there, Cat. Appreciate the adding to the fuel that is chaos tonight.
Oh my god.
I just really want to stand there and just eat a box of popcorn. Like I'm just like I'm watching a movie happen. Wow, this is great.
Oh, okay, awesome. Finrys the Fangry rises.
Ooh, scary.
You see the wings unfurl as you see Finry the Fire Fister hold on tight. The spear now a handle, the only thing holding him onto this beast. You see Finrys shake its long neck, trying to dislodge Finry the Fire Fister, but to no avail. you see the fire again blasted from Finrys's mouth as it ricochets off of you all, and you again taste in its mouth the fishbowl resonate through its being. You see it fly in a platoon of dragons, a full dragon flight in all of its majesty. You see as it glides over the water and its shimmering copper skin glinting in the waves beneath it. Surrounding it, you see several other dragons swirling through the wind currents and dancing in the sky.
This is a great movie.
And you see a shimmer, a purplish light, as suddenly the dragons are all separated, and you see Finrys amidst a unknown world looking around. You feel uncertainty as you flash forward a plethora of memories that flash almost too fast to comprehend, and you see a slash of Finrys' claw as it takes a life. And as it does so, you feel a power well up inside of Finrys.
When that happens, just as a reaction, I just let out a massive roar of a lion, just in frustration and anger.
Brought back as the call, you see Finrys look at you all. What are you doing to me? Ah! And again, this blast of fire just ricochets off of you all. This plot armor is ridiculous. I cannot destroy you. What is going on? You are all going to pay.
Hey, bud.
Next time you do that, can you give me a heads up? I want to toast these sausages.
Hey, bud. Why don't you just sit down and have a chat with us? I can put on some stew. I've got some marshmallows. We can have s'mores. Like, we don't have to, fight each other to the death, because that's, how these things usually go. And we could try to subvert expectations here at Raging Rolls. I mean, what the fuck's Raging Rolls? Shit.
I got some pocket bacon I got off another Finry.
That's kind of fucked up, Mr. Pig.
Bacon's twisted sandwiches.
Mr. Pig's just shaving it off himself.
It's a Finry delicacy.
It's amazing. And as
it took
you
a
sort of
second for the penny to drop.
as you as you're trying to convince Finrys of its humanity, or its Finmanity, if you will, it shakes its head again, just lodging the idea from its mind, and you see it look over its shoulder towards Finry the Firefister, holding on tight, trying to impale the spear further, and you hear its voice bellow out again. Fine, if you do not want to relinquish your grip, you shall come with me as I slay the other Finry. And you see it again take off, Finry the Firefister upon its back as it launches itself into the sky. And you hear a shout echoing from Finry the Firefister. Help me!
Rocket man.
Are we still in standard initiative order?
You guys can probably go freely act now if you want to.
I'd like to snap part of the plasma rifle crutch into a different configuration, and out pop 3 prongs. And I'd like to point it at the nearest boulder in the water, and then grav gun a 10-pounder boulder, point it at the dragon as it flees, and cast catapult at 2nd level.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right.
This has got interesting.
Let's see that in action, shall we?
There was a lot there.
fucking
it's-
So
awesome.
let's.
basically-
I think it's you have to do an attack roll to see if your catapult hits.
It hits, but it's a Dex DC 12. Can I impose the inspiration to reduce the dragon's save?
So yeah. How does that work? I'm just trying to think. I will give a disadvantage if you would like to use your inspiration to nullify its roll. So,
Done.
Cool. Let's see that in action. Disadvantage. Cool. That was a natural 1.
Woohoo!
Oh yes.
So that works.
So that is a
Hurt, didn't see it coming.
3d8, 4d8 because it's at 2nd level, and because I'm using Arcane Firearm, using the crutch as the Arcane Focus, it's an extra d8, so that'll be 5d8 catapult
Jesus.
up the butt.
Nice. Let's smash this thing.
You tried to anal plug Finrys.
for 19
He
points.
didn't try, he succeeded.
So yeah, you crush this as you send this 19 damage boulder, just inverting gravity on it, falling at terminal velocity right into the pit of stomach that is this dragon, and you just hear bloop, as the fishbowl exits its mouth, evacuating from one of its probably many stomachs. And
We got to use all our Finry features before the end of the game.
you hear a, "Oh no, this is so much worse!" As you notice Finry the Firefister begins to fall like a comet towards the ground. The finery, the finery, if you will, on his person begins to billow in the wind as he begins to fall down towards the ground again.
I
What do you
imagine
all
a
do?
giant pile of toast.
As you do so, you all just hear as out of the ground, just the ground begins to shake, and a pile of toast rises to create a landing pad of epic bread proportions. As this Finry lands, a Finry-shaped indent in the layers of bread now in front of you, but otherwise a unharmed Finry.
I run up.
Well,
Right, just
would you look at that?
brush the crumbs out of your crevices. You'll be okay. It's like sand. Gets everywhere.
That was
Why did you?
awesome.
Why did you keep attacking him? Didn't you see like the thing in your head? Like,
I could only think of my friends. I'm sorry.
yes. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well,
Hakuna
is,
Matata.
I look up. Is Finrys still around? Is he circling back to us, or is he?
You can still see him in the distance, looking down towards you all, but from afar away.
All right. Okay. So, just remember this. Just because bad stuff happens to us doesn't mean we have to do bad stuff to other people who've caused it. Okay. We can learn to forgive and all of that stuff. We don't have to go on a whole quest for vengeance and swear allegiance to a god that we don't know nothing about or any of that crap. Okay. But I think in the meantime, we should probably run because he's going to come back any second now and try to kill you.
That
I have
yes.
a quick question.
Yes.
The corpses of the buddies, were they charred? Or like had big giant gashes in them? Like
Yeah, that's probably a good accurate description. I think they're mostly charred. Whatever
okay.
other impairments
just making
they
sure
might
we've got
have
the
had.
right culprit.
Yeah. No, it was actually poisoned by a completely different Finry. It's quite the elaborate story that we've crafted here.
It was me all along! Rah!
Oh no! Well, what a plot twist that would be if Finry Flathop is actually a betrayer of Finry's, and then the actual campaign is gonna threaten the life of everyone.
That's right. It's not this Finry Flathop.
Oh yeah, wink, wink.
So, but we need to stop this guy, right? What better chance than now while he's here and not disappearing into some other place?
I almost had him. The taste of the fish balls in his mouth. Like, maybe if I get him some fish sticks, and then with the fish balls in his mouth will just make him remember, and he will be happy, and he won't want to kill everyone anymore.
What is it with these?
Sounds
fish?
fishy
Don't
to
stick
me.
it too far back, he might gag.
You hear a billow from the sky above you. Venarius does not have a gag reflex.
Oh
Whoa.
shit, he's
Are
like
you
me.
single, dear?
I only had one love and she perished.
You're still young. There's time.
Oh god.
You see a shimmer begin to form around Finry the Firefister, and they are going to make a saving throw in this moment to see how well they react. They rolled a 10, and you see them look out, and immediately their eyes widen. I don't know what's happening. And you see them look at their hand, and their hand begins to fade, like it's almost turning to dust, like crumbling in front of you.
Oh shit! He's been Thanos!
And he looks up at you and he says, "Mr. Stark," and then just wiped out.
Mr. Finry.
And you feel again that vigor enter your bodies. That energy that comes after a death of a Finry. You feel yourselves invigorated, like you've had a full night's rest. You feel your spell, your mana that you use returning with ease. You feel like you could take on anything and anyone in the moment that Finry the Firefister falls.
I
And,
feel like
Highlander.
I feel
There only
like
be one.
something like that. But there's still 5 of us. But they said 3, and then I'm very confused.
What if
what
this
three?
Finrius is intending to wipe out all other versions of us?
Well, we were told there was 3 Finrys. Excuse me. That we had to save. But sorry, I was laughing so hard I gave myself the hiccups.
It's just we're doing so well.
We were told there was 3. We had 3 chances to stop this thing, but there's 5 of us.
Henry.
So why can't we stop him after the 3rd one? Excuse the hiccups. I was laughing really hard. Someone mentioned gag reflex, and I fucking lost it. I'm really sorry.
Here, I have a smell of this, and I hand him a dead fish from my pocket. Not fingers, a different fish. No good. I put it back. If there is only 3 that this asshole of a Finry is after, what made these 2 so special? How do we figure out who this 3rd, where it's going to be? How can we get a step ahead of where the Finry is heading? The Finrius.
I'm
Deus
pretty
ex
sure.
machina.
Exactly. Henry, you and I are on like the same wavelength, except for the hiccups. But I think that very soon a green glowing portal will appear here and tell us where we have to go.
So, just so I'm clear, and other Finrys and iterations thereof, let me know if you guys agree. You're putting the success of our own lives in the hands of fate and luck.
No Finry.
And Finrys.
Yeah, and Finrys.
Oh, do we have a pantheon?
The fate of Finry rests with Finry.
We have a council.
Right.
Can we pray to Finry? Like all the Finrys,
Well-
the collective Finry.
We are Finry.
You can. We are all Finry. Let us join hands and, as one, proclaim ourselves Finry, doer of chaos, amongst the Finryverse.
A fornication of Finrys.
It would definitely be called that if it was a group of us.
New
it would be a
episode title.
fornication.
On a bed of toast.
As you all begin to,
But the crevices.
as you all listen and begin to think about praying, you hear the telltale sound of ding, 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 as a sound now echoes again from a small distance away from you.
Second breakfast.
A bluey purple energy field now seems to resonate as you hear not the sound of water lapping on the edge of a coast, but rather the sound of fire slowly crackling.
Oh, I was wrong. It wasn't green this time. It's purpley bluey. But I think the fire. Like, I still have the marshmallows. Like, we could have some s'mores.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Confused, a little bit scared. I pull out Fingers, the fish puppet, and start give it a lick and smell and put it back in the pocket. And a little bit
Well,
nervous.
if you want, I can give you. I can make some s'mores, and we can have those when we're in a tough spot, and they could, help us out a little bit.
Finry, I like where your head's at. I can do some more if we're quick. I don't want to stay here too much longer.
Hey!
What?
We're Finry, okay? We got this shit. We're Finry.
You're small,
Don't forget
but
that.
you're right.
And I'm a bunny. Small and a bunny. Don't forget the bunny part. Very important.
It's one of the only distinguishing characteristics of my character at this point.
It's literally, I'm a bunny. I haven't
I'm a pig.
come across many other females that are like the right age. No offense, Henry, but
Well, just
I'm a
because
bunny.
I'm old doesn't mean I'm sprightly, if you know what I mean.
But you're
doesn't
not
mean you're
sprightly.
You're not sprightly, or you are sprightly, because
Well, you'll
I'm
have
just
to
trying to
find
learn.
out now, won't you?
Okay, we'll do that off air.
The portal begins to sputter again.
What was that comment about roll for gag reflex just before?
We should.
It's like canon. All of the Finrys.
14.
Nice.
I mean, okay, all right. Anyway, guys, let's do this. Remember, we're Finry. We got this. And I jump through the puckering portal.
Nice. Anybody else jumping through the
Yeah,
puckering portal?
I nervously
haven't
follow
finished
him,
my
looking
pocket
for a
bacon.
marshmallow.
As you do
I've
so,
got-
Here, have a crumpet, Mr. Pig.
I get too close to it, trying to inspect like the edge of the portal and stick my finger in it.
Jesus, sucked you in.
yeah, Finnery flat hop on the other side. You first see just a finger pop out of existence, and then reality rights itself, and you see the finger fall to the ground, and somehow the finger is both detached and disattached at the same time, and then you see like a shiver, and the two figures seem to unite somewhere in the middle.
And then something gets slapped with popcorn in his face from the back of my head.
And you find yourself in a space lit by the light of a sparkling meteor that lands in the center of these craters all around you. and you again hear the sound of the wings flapping as Finrys the Fangry lands in front of you from above.
This place doesn't fill me with a lot of hope for our fate right now, Finrys.
This
Ooh,
is
shiny.
the worst place I've ever been. I mean, it only looks like, someone's put a crystal butt plug inside themselves.
With piercings around it.
It really is. It's either that, or if you squeeze it too hard, the mouths will pop.
You are too late, Finrys. My time to ascend has arrived.
As he's saying that, I just sort of wonder, and I pull out a small vial from my pouch, and I kind of feed it to Fingers and throw it in the air and cast Hypnotic Pattern in front of this creature.
No, so your fish flies in the air and starts just flopping around in front of it, back and forth, and just sort of flopping around rhythmically. And you see Finrys look around. Enough! Oh, what is this? What save does he have to make?
14, DC 14.
He's probably gonna.
Wisdom.
He's probably just gonna legendary resist that one. I think.
My cat has one of those toys, I think.
So does mine. So does mine.
You shall not stop me. I will rule the universe, the Finryverse.
Pocket
And,
bacon.
He walks up to the central meteorite here, and you see he grabs the meteorite with his two claws, rips it apart, and inside of there is a celestial being sitting in the center of it, glowing. And you see him pick it up with his claws in its slumber and just crunches down on it. You feel a wave of energy pulse through the entire space. You all again feel healed and full of power, but none of you glow quite like Finrys, who now floats without his wings flapping, a glow now emanating from his being. And he smiles at you and he says, I am afraid that I have finally found the anti-plot armor weapon.
What is that, sir? If we can be so bold as to ask what our fate holds.
You shall be destroyed by Finrys' ability to create and destroy scenarios that benefit specifically him.
I'm
Ah,
gonna
but
imagine
Finrys.
a clump
you-
of toast in the back of his throat to try and stab him.
Can you not? I'm trying to
This is-
monologue. I am trying to monologue, please.
No gag reflex.
So done.
Finrys, if you were to carry this out and be rid of the rest of us, what good would that do? To destroy all Finrys, you would have no purpose. There would be no more you. You are a Finry.
Did you not feel it? Did you not feel it, Forley?
Well,
I'm a Finry.
I feel great right now.
We're
Imagine
not some
that.
kind of heroine.
Imagine that times 1,000.
Um,
I have killed Finrys en masse. My being is filled to the brim with magic that you cannot comprehend. All because I take what is ours and I make
I
it
think-
mine.
Mr. Finrys, I think you mistake things. Finrys, we're assholes, yes, but we're not main characters. We have our friends. We have our family. Like, we, every now and then, will get a couple episodes devoted to us, but that's about it. We gotta, learn to calm our fucking farm before we, overextend and alienate everyone.
Are you not tired of taking the back seat? Finrys should stand at the front of the stage in lights.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. But our friends have some pretty cool things lined up. Like their stories, their characters have their own stories, which are, from what I understand, pretty fucking dope. And I think we should learn to, live with that. Why don't we sit back and have a s'more? And I'm just like sitting there, and I've got like a marshmallow, and I get like 2 pieces of biscuit of toast, and I smush it in between, and I hold it up to him.
He looks at you, and he says, Finry. I have dreamt of your adventures. I see in you a twisted past. Finry, but also not Finry, but also many Finrys. You carry with you an essence that is more Finry than most Finrys that I have come across in my Finsperience.
Nice.
I think that if you were to take my side, there would be no power in the Finryverse that could stand against us. What
I don't
say
know.
you?
I don't know. Can you give me a baguette that I can use to bludgeon people to death?
Slaughter those that came with you and take their power for your own, and I shall bestow upon you a baguette so hard that the enemy's heads would be dented by its mere presence.
I don't know. Sounds like a lot of work. And if you know one thing, us Finrys aren't known for that. And I'm going to grab my hook and I'm going to hook it onto his jaw and try and bring him down.
Nice. All right. Let us roll for initiative. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do some big rolls. All right. We win some, we lose some. It's fine.
Oh, savage.
Jeez, I am rolling such good fucking initiative. It is insane.
I'm rolling shit initiatives all night.
I got stuck in my popcorn.
That's fair. You got like a piece of popcorn stuck in your throat, like in your teeth or something. It's like really annoying.
I'm just happy I stopped hiccuping so I could do that speech.
Well done. Way to
Just
Finry yourself out of that situation. You stand now in front of this beast who glows with the power of the Celestial, and it is your turn, Finry. What do you do?
Did you say Finlestial?
Finlestial, yes.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what's so funny about that. It's obviously what it is.
As I was up speaking to it, I would like to do what I said and use the hook to bring it down.
Let's do it. Let's roll some dice.
What do I roll?
Let's just do an attack roll to begin with and see if it hits. You gotta make that hook, and then you're gonna do a strength contest.
Strength, yeah, awesome. Do I get advantage on the first one?
Can you give me a reason why you would?
He wasn't expecting me to. I was offering him a small, and I go.
No. I'm trying to think of a pun of omnipresent and Finry. Anybody got some good ones?
Omnificent.
Omnipresent?
Finry
yeah,
present.
He's got some money.
Finry present. There you go.
Yeah, he's Finry present. He is all and
Okay.
none, no Finry all at the same time.
Infinite
right.
wisdom.
All right, 14.
He knows what's coming, and you see with a spark of light emanating from him, the hook is pushed aside, scattering against the rocks next to him.
Okay, awesome.
He looks down at you in reaction. Make a charisma saving throw, please.
Charisma. Can I have advantage on that for bullshit reasons?
No, you cannot.
Oh.
As you feel yourself immediately overtaken, as one Finry against you all becomes two Finrys against you all. as Finry Flathop turns towards the others, a hop in their step as they bring their pan to wield towards their friends. You shall serve me one way or the other, Finry.
All Finrys hears in his head, and he's like, I'm not so much into the S. I'm more into the D. Anyway, okay. What are we doing? I
sit quietly and watch my reign begin.
I do have my bonus action and all of my movement still.
Because he said rain, I'm gonna look up.
I'm gonna leave it to you to control, but you have full movement and you're compelled to effectively carry out harm against your allies. So you can be creative in that to your own extent.
Well, if I was gonna do stuff, I would definitely pop up behind the crystal and then use my bonus action to hide.
That seems pretty threatening.
Well, no, it's literally the first thing I do because that's how I know I can do the most damage.
Yeah,
17 to hide anyway,
nice.
But then that's all of my that's my stuff.
Awesome.
That's my bonus action done.
Forlay, as you see Finry Flathop disappear and Finrys now gaze upon the rest of you, what do you do?
I pull out fingers again and like freak out a little bit and give myself bardic inspiration to start with.
Give a little kiss.
Give it a little lick. And then, without really looking, because I'm terrified.
Has it got like a bald patch, like a smooth area that you just lick so much?
So, Forlay has a bald patch on his mane where he keeps pulling hair out and stuffing it inside fingers. But he has to keep licking his fish. He's a bit obsessed with his fish.
Nice. No, so good, so good.
So he gives himself bardic inspiration and will then cast blindness on Finrys.
You see for a moment its eyes blink as you feel an echo through the space as your movements feel carried out towards yourself instead. Can you please make your own save?
What the shit? Fail.
You are blind.
Fingers. I just cuddle fingers.
You are no match to me. I have faced so many of you, and yet I have always won. I am inevitable. And you see, with an angry roar, this fire now comes across all of you in front of him. Can you all please make a death save for me?
What?
How do I actually do that? I don't think I've
You
ever
can
rolled
roll
a
a
death
flat
saving throw.
D20 if you'd like to.
On the attributes tab on the right hand side, click on death saves, and it will do it for you.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
I was too busy pulling out my ass
We
sausages.
got a 3 to start with. This is looking promising.
An
An
8!
8. Ooh, love to see it. 2 failures so far. What we got for the rest of the squad?
Sorry, I was
Tuesday.
taking a piss.
Sorry,
does-
don't worry. Everybody else has to take death saving throws. You're fine.
Wait, what? Why are they? No, they can't all die.
So their plot armor has been breached, and they just got fire breathed by a Finry that is as powerful as a god. So they are being instantly melted, which is kind of fun. And I'm actually going to use my thank you for this inflatable cat. This is my inspiration I get, so I'm going to draw a card off of the top of this as well, just to add to the narrative power that we get from Finrys in this moment. So I'm going to just intuitively.
He's got a little.
Actually, I am Finrys. I'm going to browse. I'm going to browse to the queen, a full extra 10 to hit, as the inflatable cat powers bring Finrys to their full might. As you
Cat, what have you
all,
done?
except Forley, fall to the ground, unconscious. Forley, you now hear the echo of this blinding power around you. The fact that you can't see somehow prevented you from taking the damage, but you do not
Didn't see
even
it
know
coming.
of what is there to wait you when you again can see. Next in our order, we have Henry. Can you make another death saving throw for me, please?
I don't want to, no.
So
I feel like Henry should only have 2 death saves. Like, she's on.
I was going to say, does Henry have disadvantage on her death saves?
Oh, that accidentally rolled twice, but I got a 13.
Oh, 1 save, 1 death. As you lie in a crumpled heap, surrounded by the charred dirt around you.
Like, I kind of
It's
think the
gonna be
Grim
like-
Reaper is just hovering near Henry, just biding his time.
I'm gonna be like, if I'm crumpled on the ground, I'd like to be crumpled like with my face flat on the ground, but my butt like right up at a right, like a
Nice.
angle.
Yep. You just like
Downward
tilt
dog,
forward.
yes.
That's great. Finnery of the Flat Top Mountains, would you also like to roll a death save?
Another death save. Come on, Finery. Hey!
Nice.
Another save. The second round has been much more profitable for you all. Fin Hair for Hog, how do you fare on death's door?
Well, I was holding my sausages out, but I'm guessing the sausages are just sitting
Hey,
there now.
Okay, they are perfectly cooked, but you are
fail.
now not conscious. 2 failures for Fin Hair for Hog.
Toasty.
Finry, Flat Hog. On your turn, you see but one enemy in their midst, still left standing. Forley Fish Act. What do
Blind
you do?
as about.
Blind as a bat. Yes, that's true.
Can I not break out of this?
Go ahead and make a charisma saving throw if you'd like to break out of it. Attempt to break out.
14.
It does not, unfortunately, break out of this moment.
That's rough.
What do you do to your fellow Finry?
Well, he's not there. Oh, there, he's back. He's
It's
back.
okay. Whatever you do, he won't see it coming.
Yeah, I'm hidden at the moment.
How
already.
do you attempt to enact murder upon Forley?
What?
So my actions are dictated by King Shit. But I can still talk to him in my mind.
Yeah, so you're like locked into his mind, but your body is under his will. So like he's basically just taken your will away from your own body. So it's acting in Finrys's best interest. I'll leave that to your discretion on how that looks for your character.
Okay.
But your mind is still locked now in sort of a space inside of Finrys's body.
Okay. All right. And there's the one that I'm after. Okay. I'm gonna bunny hop 15 feet to about here. And then I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to rush up and then like come at the side.
Yep.
And try and catch him unawares.
Yep.
But the entire time, all Finrys is thinking of in his head is
I won't do this.
all the cooking lessons he got from his mother every single time, with a pan not very dissimilar with the one he's about to beat in the lion's head in with. It's cooking for not just him, but you know his entire family, all 16 of them. His parents they like to fuck. Their brothers. You know, there was Daisy and Maisie. There was Dave, Maeve, and the list goes on.
Thumper.
Little
no,
Thumper.
There's
Humper.
Thumper, Big Thumper,
Thumper the
Little
Third.
Thumper. Yeah. And you know, it was the family, and you know, even after everyone's moved out and parents have passed away, you know, you find new people that can be your family.
Make
Even
a
if-
persuasion check. You've narrated for so long that even Finrys has taken notice.
9.
Not notice enough though, as you have
Go.
to swing that beautiful pan of yours.
They do say that cast iron will last several generations.
Yeah. All right.
Can
it's
you
a
roll
14
that
to
with
hit.
advantage, please?
Oh no! Why do I have advantage? Oh,
Because
because
he's
of
blind.
Oh,
He's blind.
oh, 23
yeah,
to
yeah.
hit.
Can we make sure we get some good damages in there? Thanks. 18.
It's 18
Nice.
points of damage.
As you quickly get blasted. And I'm gonna say, as you smack him, the weapon in your hand glows a silver of the Finlestial light that now emanates from Finrys as you deal an extra.
No extra. No.
11 points of holy damage.
hold
Of
on a
radiant
second.
damage, rather.
So
I
28
don't
points.
like this.
29 points. 18 plus 11, yeah?
Yes.
Oh yeah, 29. Yeah.
My hit points was
Math.
28.
Boom.
No.
As you
No.
fall
Out of existence.
unconscious. And
No,
you
no,
hear
no,
in your
no.
mind, Henry, well done. You have served us all well. Now put them to their final end.
All he hears back is literally, okay, there's going to be a swear warning here. Hey, Finrys, you're a cunt. And then I'm just going to stare daggers at him.
Amazing.
As Fale
You-
hits the ground, the jacket rolls open and Fingers just falls out of his hand.
Oh, no fingers.
Oh, no fingers. I'm heartbroken. I'm so this is awful. You all
Flopping
in
around
this
aimless.
moment of dire need. Tenarius, as arrogant as ever, releases his hold upon you, Finry. There. Now you are free to enact it on your own. I have removed the barrier. They are already there for the taking. Do it.
I just wander back over this way a little bit. Need to get a
Can you make
good
a
run up.
perception check as you're sort of taking in the space around you?
14. I keep
You-
rolling 14s. Okay.
You notice a figure in the sky.
Oh god, it's driving a car.
A figure that stands upon the air as if by magic. A figure that you swear, if you had to fit them inside of an anus, you could.
What?
Yes.
And you see in their hands a casting of some sort take place. As you hear and see and smell the familiar cacophony of portals that open all around you. As you see a plethora, a wave of Finrys come from every part of the Finryverse. They start coming out of these portals and across all sides. You see the Finry Power Rangers, the Finry Powerpuff Girls. You see the Finrys that were the puppets in the Finrys Muppet universe, as they all step out into the space around you, and the figure in the sky looks down at you, winks, and then disappears, as you are now surrounded on all sides by Finrys, standing proudly, weapons drawn, as the healing league of Finrys Maximus brings your party back from the brink of dead. You all feel yourselves invigorated as the healing magic pours over you. Finrys now looking around, surrounded by more Finrys than he has ever seen in his life. You see his confidence falter for just a moment, but his confidence resolute. He prepares himself for war. But we will have to find out how that resolves next week as we continue
Oh my god!
Finry and the Multiverse, Part 2.
I can't believe I killed a Finry. Jesus Christ, Robin.
Raises the stakes.
Is Paulie completely dead, or did that whole event just resurrect him?
That you guys all came back, so you're
We're back.
unconscious. Basically, Finrys wanted Finry to put the final nail in the coffin, to make that the sort of part of their transition to the dark Finry side.
Did we just get a Zim cameo?
I can't tell you who that was.
I feel like it was.
Draw your own conclusions.
Holy
That's
shit.
up to you.
Oh, what was it? The Finry that we no longer see?
Or was it the Finrys we met along the way? You know, that's the.
Or was it the one true Finry?
So thank you
Just
all
never know.
for joining us. Thank you for jumping in with some of those beautiful new emoticons and reactions. It's been an absolute blast. I hope you're all having as much fun as we are jumping into the new year with all the fun that the sort of backstory tidbits offer us. We should see ourselves returning back to the other sort of the main campaign, the current timeline soon, but I think we can all look forward to one more Finry multiverse episode, hopefully with a few of the other Rangers joining us, playing their role as the accompanying Finry army, and we shall see how that resolves itself for the fate of the Finryverse as we know it. But yes, thank you, Jeremy, for writing me. We have a Patreon now as well, so feel free to check that out if you are interested in supporting us further. Otherwise, please, a follow means the world to us. We just want to share the story, this crazy adventure we're on with you all, and any other help that you can provide to help us get, things like camera equipment, to pay for more emoticons for the stream. Those little bits and pieces along the way makes it so that we all have just that bit more of a home here on Twitch that we all love to spend every Thursday night with you all.
I have a question.
Yes,
if I
ma'am.
may. If we're talking about emoticons, what's the deal with the milk?
Oh, so it was our first ever
That's it, that was.
episode of the Fate of the Seven Rings, the Call of the Seven Rings rather, and we were at a bar, and being that we had a tabaxi with us for the first time, I made up that cats obviously like milk, but adult cats need a milk with a bit more of a kick to it. So there was a special offer of a fermented goat's milk beverage that has now become canon across all of the world as we know it in Drankasha. So if you're ever looking for fermented goat's milk, it's a delicacy. It's quite the experience.
Yummy,
best-
yummy, yum.
The best one you can get is served at the Chili Weasel canteen.
Chili Weasel Inn. You have to use a spoon.
And it's served to you
So
by an inflatable cat as the waitress at that particular venue. A cool familiar of the barkeep. So yeah, if you're ever touring around Trankasha, feel free to stop on by.
Okay. Noted.
But with that, that's going to do it for tonight. So please do join us again next week at 8:30 AEDT. So that's about Sydney and Melbourne time for all the folks out there in the wider world. And we look forward to seeing how this battle resolves itself then with you all.
I think we can promise
Finry
chaos.
will win.
More
Yeah,
chaos to
Just
come.
that too. Finry will win, and there will be chaos. And also, one of us has plot armor still, so
Don't tempt the DM.
just saying.
Hey, we've already established that plot armor has fallen off. You know, we can't say that for sure. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all next week. So good night.
See you
Bye.
guys.
See ya.